Hi, welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV. I'm also on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and you can find me on my website at macjacksonjr.com. In this segment, we are talking to my guest here every month with us, Werner Dixon. How you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fabulous. How about yourself, sir?
Very good. Welcome back.
You know, the first day of fall is today, right?
Is it really?
It is.
Oh,
it is.
right,
It is.
September.
Yeah, Bitcoin's still holding level, but today is.
Very good. Well, Werner's here with us, folks, every month talking about cryptocurrency. And the cryptocurrency that Werner represents is Bitcoin. And there's a couple other ones too, but mainly it's Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is doing very, very well. So we're here to educate you about Bitcoin and get you to sign up for it, invest in it. If you haven't done it yet, folks, you need
Get
to.
involved.
Definitely need to as well. So welcome back again, Werner.
Thank you. You know, talking about cryptocurrency, a lot of people don't know that Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. And I think you had asked me one time about the number of currencies out there.
Yes.
At that time, I hadn't looked at the coin market cap for a while, and it was about 9 something. I just looked at it a couple of days ago. It's up to 1110 now.
1110?
1110 different currencies out there.
Okay,
So.
folks, hear that? 1110 different currencies. That's more than as far as a monetary currency, isn't it?
Yes.
Because I think it's like, what, 160 countries?
In terms of different countries, yeah,
Yes,
so we've
160
outstripped them.
Wow, over 1100.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about, obviously, well, maybe not obvious, but some of those coins aren't going to make it or be successful. The ones that I participate in generally is the top 20 as they fluctuate.
Okay.
And I typically get involved financially in the ones that fluctuate in the top 10. And so that's, you know, with Bitcoin being the top of the pile, that's an obvious one. But some of the others that aren't obvious is like Litecoin, Dash, Ripple, Monero, some of those things.
Hold on 1 second. That's funny. He said Ripple.
Ripple.
Ripple as a coin, folks.
Did it bring back some old memories?
Well, I'm telling you, Ripple. For those of you that may not remember that, that's just really cheap alcohol.
Yeah. Some of us know what the other meaning for
That's
that
hilarious.
is, and so
Ripple as a coin.
I know some of you out there are cracking up that do know that. But Ripple is a very good coin. Right now, it's running about 17 cents. It has fluctuated between 14 since I've been involved, 14 to 27 cents.
And what would be used for? Let's take Ripple for a second.
Okay.
Who would use Ripple coin for purchase in commerce?
Well, right now the value in Ripple is in the application that's being built around it.
Okay. Right.
So and trading back and forth is one thing in terms of currency trading.
Okay.
But the application is going to make it more valuable. The cryptocurrency was created in order to get away from our financial institutions. Well, financial institutions aren't going to be too far away because they want to get involved.
Wow.
They see the value in the blockchain.
Okay.
And so they're developing an application around the Ripple blockchain to do remittances. And so they're tracking those remittances between each of the financial institutions. If the tests are successful as they keep adding more companies, then they're going to go offshore with those and do international remittances as well. So that helps the value of that technology increase.
So, well, I pause to ask a question then. If banks are doing that to test it, see how it works, and people are using cryptocurrency to avoid the banks, wouldn't eventually the banks say, okay, now we're a part of the cryptocurrency world, we want to charge fees?
Well, they are looking for ways to charge fees, so you're right. But right now, since they aren't able to find a significant way to honestly do that, they're looking at the technology, which is valid. I mean, because there's other companies that are looking at the technology. Ethereum, as an example. The technology under Ethereum is contract management, and Ethereum block technology is an extremely efficient technology, and so more of those companies are starting to develop applications around the Ethereum chain as well.
Interesting. So again, do you think eventually banks will be a part of this cryptocurrency?
They will be a part of the technology, not necessarily the currency itself. Other than the fact that, well, I shouldn't say they won't be involved in the currency. There's other ways to get involved in the currency and still be legitimately involved in exchanging the value of that currency without, because as you're doing transactions on the blockchain, there are fees involved when you're doing those transactions. They just happen to be very small fees.
Small fees, okay.
As an example, when I do a wire transfer to purchase my currency, I have to interface with the bank. And the bank, my bank, charges anywhere from $35 to $50 for that wire transfer, depending on if I have transferred in and then transfer out.
Okay.
It's a combination of it. I can take that same, and this is an example of, it doesn't have to be, it can only be $100 for the bank. I can take $10,000 on the blockchain and do a transfer, and it'll cost me less than $5.
Wow. That's huge.
I mean, that is really huge.
Yes.
And it doesn't make any difference whether I'm transferring it next door or around the world.
Around the world.
It's the same fee. Yeah.
So the banks are charging $35. I've heard as much as $100 for wire transfers. It could be done that inexpensively. That's definitely something that the banks would want to be a part of now, because that's money that they're
to their bottom line. That's money that they're losing, and that's one of the things that if you notice that Bitcoin right now is kind of fluctuating between the 33 and 3,800 because of the controversy right now. China is one, and the ICOs, and also James from Chase Bank, and the comments that he's making about it being junk, and those kind of
I've
things.
Heard those. Yes.
Yeah, but the reason he's talking about, even though his daughter is involved, she's buying Bitcoin, and he's talking about firing anybody that works for him who's involved in cryptocurrency. If he stepped back a minute, his own institution is involved in the blockchain because they're developing applications around it, and they've uncovered that to his, what do you want to call it, shame? But he's losing money if he's not involved in cryptocurrency.
So he wants to destroy it.
Yes.
Because it's taking his profits.
If you badmouth it because I'm losing money over here. But that's not what he's saying. He's saying it's bad. And the only people that should be using it is Venezuela, Africa, all the other underdeveloped countries, third world, that kind of thing.
Wow.
And so he's fighting it from that perspective. And so with everything that's going on with the ICOs, the Bitcoin is kind of in that stable environment. But rest assured, folks, it's not going to stay there for long. So I'm telling anybody who is interested, now is still a very, very good time to get involved. And I want to make sure you also understand that I'm not an investment advisor. I'm just one of those people who know what I'm doing in terms of cryptocurrency.
Yes.
And if you're interested in making some financial success, give me a call.
Absolutely, Bernie. Again, we have time, but give them your address, your phone number, how to contact you.
Phone number is 702-580-9397. 702-580-9397. And you can also reach me on an email. It's vmeonline7@gmail.com.
Very good. I mentioned when you sent Vernon an email, mention you saw him on our show here, Technology Review, as well. That would be good also.
That would be great,
yes. Yeah, that would be really, really, really good too. So what next is going on with cryptocurrency? Anything?
Well, I mean, it's more of the applications that are really pushing things forward, and more of the industry is starting to get involved in realizing that it's bringing a real value to the folks that are using it in terms of transactions, credit card charges that they're having. We can do the remittances or transactions less expensive than credit card activity, even though you can get a debit card for cryptocurrency as well. I'm waiting mine to show up in the mail.
Very nice.
But those kind of things, the real focus is applications, and that's why I look at those currencies that are creating applications from the ICOs, but the ICOs have to be a valid ICO.
Very interesting, very interesting. Very good. Very good, Vernon. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Having us this month information on cryptocurrency from Vernon Dixon. And Vernon will be here every month, so next month as well. Definitely tune into our show and listen for information about cryptocurrency. I want to thank everybody for joining us, all my guests today on Technology Review, and I want everyone have a great weekend. We'll be back in same bat time, same bat channel here on Technology Review. Have a good weekend, folks.
Be blessed.